When a group of black teens visited a high-end car dealership, they were immediately judged and kicked out without even being given a chance to look around. But the next day, their billionaire father showed up in a Rolls Royce. And what happened next left everyone speechless. This is a powerful reminder that judging people by their appearance can backfire in the most epic way. Like, subscribe, share, and comment below. They were just two teenagers walking into a place they didn't expect to cause a storm. Jamal and Marcus, both 17, had been saving up for months. Jamal had his eye on a watch, a sleek silver piece he'd seen in a magazine. Marcus just wanted to look at the cars, maybe dream a little. The dealership was one of those high-end spots, all glass and chrome, the kind of place where money screamed louder than words. It was a Saturday afternoon, and they had taken the bus across town, dressed in their best hoodies and sneakers, ready to feel like they belonged. Jamal pushed the heavy glass door open, and Marcus followed. The air inside smelled like leather and polish. A couple of salesmen in sharp suits glanced their way, then went back to their phones. Jamal headed straight for the display case with the watches, while Marcus wandered toward a shiny black Lamborghini parked near the entrance. Neither of them noticed the manager watching from the back. "Yo, Jamal, you think they'd let me sit in this?" Marcus called out, running his hand along the car's hood. Jamal smirked, not looking up from the watch. "Man, you touch it, they might charge you $1,000 just for the fingerprint." That's when the manager stepped in. He was a short guy, balding, with a tie that looked too tight around his neck. His name tag said Greg. He walked over fast, his shoes clicking on the polished floor. "Excuse me," Greg said, his voice sharp. "What are you two doing here?" Jamal straightened up, turning to face him. "We're looking around. I'm interested in that watch over there." Greg's eyes narrowed, looking around. "This isn't a playground. Do you even have the money to be in a place like this?" Marcus laughed, loud and bitter. "What, you think we broke just because we walked in? We got cash, man." Greg crossed his arms. "Cash, huh? Let's see it then. You don't look like our usual customers." Jamal's jaw tightened. "What's that supposed to mean? You don't know us?" "I know enough," Greg snapped. "I've been here 15 years. I can tell who belongs and who doesn't. You're wasting my time." Marcus stepped closer, his voice rising. "Wasting your time? We're customers, same as anybody else. You gonna treat us like this because we black?" Greg didn't flinch. "Don't pull that card with me. This is a business, not a charity. If you can't afford it, you need to leave." "I got money," Jamal shouted, pulling a wad of bills from his pocket, hundreds he'd saved from his part-time job. "You see this? That's real. What's your problem?" Greg smirked, glancing at the cash like it was fake. "That's cute. But this isn't a corner store. You think a couple bucks gets you in here? Get out before I call security." Marcus balled his fist. "Call whoever you want, man. You're a racist piece of..." "You're going to regret this, man. Watch." Greg laughed as they walked out. "Yeah, sure. Don't come back." The door slammed behind them. Jamal kicked a trash can on the sidewalk, cursing under his breath. Marcus paced, his hands shaking with anger. "They can't do that, Jamal," Marcus said. "They can't just treat us like trash." Jamal nodded, staring at the ground. "They did, though, and I ain't letting it slide." That night, Jamal couldn't sleep. He kept replaying it in his head. Greg's smug face, the way he'd looked at them like they were nothing. Marcus texted him nonstop, ranting about suing the dealership. But Jamal had a better idea. He picked up his phone and called the one person he knew could make this right. "Dad," Jamal said when the line picked up, "I need you." His father's voice was deep, calm. "What happened, son?" Jamal told him everything, the dealership, the watch, Greg's words. There was a long pause on the other end. "Say less," his dad finally said. "I'll handle it. Be ready tomorrow." Jamal didn't ask questions. He knew his dad meant business. The next morning, a Rolls Royce Phantom pulled up outside Jamal's house. The car was black, gleaming under the sun, worth more than most people's homes. Marcus was already there, waiting on the porch, his mouth dropping when he saw it. "Bro, is that your dad?" Marcus asked. Jamal grinned. "Yeah, get in." The back door opened, and there he was, Malik Jackson, Jamal's father. He was a tall man, broad-shouldered, with a graying beard, and a suit that looked like it cost a fortune. He was a billionaire, a tech mogul who'd built an empire from nothing. Most people didn't know Jamal was his son. Malik kept his family out of the spotlight. Morning, boys, Malik said, his voice steady. Let's go pay that dealership a visit. The drive was quiet. Jamal stared out the window, his heart pounding. Marcus kept fidgeting, cracking his knuckles. Malik just sat there, scrolling through his phone like it was any other day. When they pulled up to the dealership, heads turned. The Rolls Royce rolled to a stop right in front of the entrance, blocking half the sidewalk. Malik stepped out first, adjusting his cufflinks. Jamal and Marcus followed, heads high. Inside it was the same scene, glass, chrome, rich vibes. Greg is behind the counter, chatting with a salesman. He didn't notice them at first. Then Malik cleared his throat. Greg looked up and his face went pale. Can I help you, sir? Malik smiled, but it wasn't friendly. Yeah, you can. My son was here yesterday. You kicked him out. Greg blinked, glancing at Jamal and Marcus. I don't play dumb, Malik cut in, his voice like steel. You told him he didn't belong. You humiliated him in front of everybody, Greg stammered. Sir, it was a misunderstanding. We have a certain clientele. Clientele? Malik laughed, loud and cold. You mean rich white folks? Because my son had cash and you still threw him out. Jamal stepped forward. I showed him the money, Dad. He didn't care. Greg's hands went up. Look, I didn't mean any harm. I just thought. You thought what? Marcus snapped. We were thieves? Kids messing around? Say it. Greg swallowed hard. I made a judgment call. I'm sorry. Malik leaned in, towering over him. Sorry, don't cut it. You judged my boy because of his skin. You think I'm going to let that slide? By now, other customers were watching. A salesman whispered something to another, and a woman in a red dress pulled out her phone, recording. Sir, please, Greg said, sweating. Let's take this to my office. Nah, Malik said. We're doing this right here. You made it public yesterday, so it's public today. Jamil crossed his arms. You said I didn't belong. What about now? My dad's here. You going to kick him out too? Greg's mouth opened, then closed. He looked like a fish gasping for air. Malik pulled out his wallet, thick with cards and cash. You see this? I could buy this whole damn dealership. Every car, every watch, every inch of this place, and you treated my son like dirt? I didn't know, Greg blurted. I swear, I didn't know he was your son, Marcus laughed. Oh, so it's cool to trash us if we ain't connected. That's your excuse? Malik shook his head. You don't get it, do you? It's not about who I am, it's about who they are. They're kids with dreams, with money they earn, and you spat on that. Greg's boss, a guy named Richard, came rushing out from the back. He was older with slick back hair and a fake smile. Mr. Jackson, I presume I'm the owner. Let's calm this down. Calm? Malik turned on him. Your man here insulted my family. You think I'm calm? Richard held up his hands. We'll make it right. Whatever they want, the watch, a car, it's on us. Jamal snorted. I don't want your handouts. I was going to pay for it myself. Yeah, Marcus added. We don't need your pity. We need respect. Richard nodded fast. Of course, Greg. Apologize now. Greg's face twisted, but he forced it out. I'm sorry, I was wrong. It won't happen again. Malik stared him down. It better not, because I'll be watching it. I don't forget. The tension hung thick. Customers whispered. The woman with the phone kept filming. Richard tried to smooth things over, offering Malik a handshake, but Malik ignored it. Let's go, boys, Malik said, turning to leave. We're done here. Jamal hesitated, then looked at Greg. You messed up, man. Big time. Marcus smirked. Hope you sleep good tonight. They walked out, the Rolls Royce waiting like a king on the curb. Malik slid into the back, Jamal and Marcus beside him. The engine purred as they pulled away, leaving the dealership in the dust. Dad, Jamal said after a minute. Thanks, Malik nodded. Nobody met. Marcus leaned back, grinning. Man, did you see his face? Priceless. Jamal laughed, the weight lifting off his chest. They'd walked in as kids with something to prove. They'd walked out as kings.